COVID-19 pandemic makes all of us do things online. Online shopping, online class, online registration, even online slander. As a student, our education is now mostly online. Most students complain about that due to a lot of assignments, but we have no choice but to do it full of responsibility. Sadly, the more semester and chapter we get, the more we know nothing about it. But during offline class, did you guys understand the lesson? Me? Not really. The offline class has an atmosphere that keeps us focused on learning. Also, we got detailed instruction from the teacher rather than online class. Yet, we often feel bored even doze off casually in front of the teacher. If that's the case, then which one is more effective, online or offline learning? Honorable judges of EED National Competition 2021 and everyone who's watching this video, my name is Rahmawati from Vocational High School to Kediri, and I'll be talking about which one is better between online versus offline class, pros and cons, and how to deal with it. Well, you know what is online class? According to LTL School, an online class is a very flexible learning system that allows students to study via the internet, on their computer or gadget, wherever they see fit. While offline class is referred to as traditional learning. Offline learning means a student needs to go to a school in a classroom and attend a class face-to-face with a teacher. So you got it, the main difference between online versus offline classes is the location of the learning process. Okay, before we decide on which one's better, let's discuss the pros and cons between them. Online class is the latest trending teaching method by the day. Let's have a look at online first. Pros. With online class, you and the other students benefit from a more flexible location and hours. Online learning is usually cheaper in scholar and booking fees, and as study materials are all online, there's no need to buy textbooks. Cons. Online learning is far less expensive, more convenient, and flexible. But one major thing to mention is the lack of social interactions. With online class, student-to-student engagement is very low. Also, we must have self-discipline. Let's now have a look at the pros and cons of offline class. On offline class, we can be more structured and disciplined. There are study schedules and school rules we must obey. Also, by face-to-face interactions between teacher and student or student with their friends can improve interpersonal skills. Cons. We rely too much on teachers. The place and study times are fixed, which makes us feel bored. Speaking of bored, I'm the type of person that can easily get bored. Once in a science class, maybe the topic was too heavy for my brain, I fell asleep. I was putting my head and hands on my desk while the teacher was explaining the material. My chairmate was also sleeping, by the way. To make matters worse, our desks were closest to the teacher's table. How did he not realize? No, he knew we were sleeping, but he was just letting us sleep while explaining the lesson. From here, we can sum up that the offline class was boring for me, but that time was not my teacher's fault. Some teachers don't have a good teaching method yet, so the students don't quite understand the lesson. However, he's a very nice teacher that likes to slip jokes in his explanation. Certainly not a fearsome teacher, but the real problem lies in me, which wasn't interested in his explanation. I lost my focus and nodded off eventually. On the other side, last night of that day, I was sleep deprived because the teenage stuff. Well, when online class, I'm not that bored. As an introvert, online class helped me to more focus more deeply on my studies, more serious in my assignments, and have more me time for anime. So, I prefer the offline class. Wait, why? Although I was more focused on online class, the lack of interactions with friends was kind of stressful for me. I know I'm an introvert, but that doesn't mean I'm completely avoiding social interactions, right? At least I need to socialize with my small circle of friends. I also realized if I keep going like this, I won't be out of my comfort zone and I can't talk this long in front of you. Offline learning makes my self-discipline more challenged than in an online class. Like I have to increase my focus and interest on the subject so I don't feel sleepy. That's why I prefer things that have a good impact on me. Something we do, although we don't like it much, but contain the benefits we need in the future, is part of our process towards success. That's my opinion. You get my point, right? So, back to online versus offline class. Now, everyone, which one is better for you? If you prefer to study with interpersonal skills development, self-discipline, and not a sleepyhead like me, then offline learning is absolutely fine. If you are motivated, well-organized, and have self-discipline, would prefer to study at more flexible times in your chosen location, then online learning would be a perfect fit for you and as efficient as offline learning. In conclusion, it's all about self-discipline and motivation. There's nothing better than the other one. Both online and offline classes have benefits and shortcomings. How about the effectiveness? It is also according to our needs and availabilities. Then, how to deal with online or offline classes even though we don't like them? Well, we have to adapt to the situation and take our grades seriously because we can't return the money our parents spent for us now. All we can do is to study, find our true passion, and be serious about it so we can make our parents proud of us, right? I believe we can get the benefits from it. That's my speech for this opportunity. No more or less as well as mistakes that I said either intentionally or not. I really apologize. I hope it can be useful for you to make a decision or to add your knowledge about online versus offline classes. Thanks a lot for watching and have a great day.